Hey everybody, welcome to the Perk.
Welcome to the Perk, another hot day, another day where we got the AC on and the windows up, another day to project our voices. Today,
Projection.
we did the unspeakable.
We got coffee, of course.
I'm just kidding.
This time we went to Dunkin' Donuts, which has been kind of unspeakable because I don't think either of us ever really did Dunkin' Donuts for the Perk.
No, we haven't.
They are unsponsors.
Starbucks is the unspeakable. We'll never do that.
Yeah, they're the unspeakable. We won't tread those waters.
Ever.
Oh, so how's your day going?
So far, so good. Just been really tired lately. Going to bed earlier and waking up more tired.
Are you waking up earlier more tired, or are you just waking up at normal time just more tired?
Well, that's the thing. It's this blood pressure medicine.
Oh yeah.
Everything's changed. So I wake up at like 3:30 in the morning every morning, can't get back to sleep, so then I crash really hard. But who cares about that? What's going on in the paranormal world?
What is going on in the paranormal world?
I don't know. I just thought you lived there. I was pretty sure your place was haunted.
My mom tells me it's haunted all the time, but I'm just so... It's kind of like this. Okay, so I believe in all of this stuff. I believe in ghosts. I believe in aliens. I believe in, like, everything on Earth. I believe if it's a possibility it could exist, either does exist, or it exists on some timeline somewhere. It exists somehow. But if I see something, if I see a shadow go across the wall, my first thought is, okay, well, I must be seeing things.
Right.
She sees stuff going on all the time, and the only reason I don't totally discount it, first of all, she's my mom and I love her, so I won't totally discount anything she says. But also because she's really been on the edge of dying and on that threshold like 7 or 8 times in her life. She's almost bled out. She's had so many times where she pretty much was gonna die. So I think that she sees beyond the veil.
Well, that's what they say, right?
Yeah.
You have like near-death experiences like that. Now, does your mom watch this Perk? Does she watch this?
Nah, she's not a computer person. Also, she would need it to be so loud. I don't have speakers that loud. She has a problem hearing. So
we could bring up the fact that a murder actually happened.
Oh, we can bring that up right now. Yes. A murder did occur on the front porch of our apartment, and there's a guy who delivers subs. I think he used to be a cop. He owns the place, so it's not like he delivers. He owns the place, and he was the one that told me that when he first came to deliver subs to the apartment. He's like, a guy got killed right there. It's like, no, I did not know that. If I told her that would freak her out.
Yeah, well, that freak a lot of people out.
Yeah, it does kind of freak me out a little bit.
But I always heard, you always thought, they'd have to tell you this stuff, legally, but apparently that's not the case.
No, if you buy a home, they have to tell you that someone died in it. But if you're a renter, they don't care. The Loch Ness Monster could have had a spot in your bathtub, and they don't have to tell you shit.
And that's the thing is, who cares about someone dying? Because I'm pretty sure, someone pretty much dies everywhere, for the most part. But murder...
Someone's calling me from Poland. Look at that.
I said, well, you got a lot of friends worldwide.
Yeah, a lot of worldwide friends. No one from Poland.
International Liam.
Yeah, so hopefully they just got the wrong number, and it's not some scam or something that I'm a little bit behind on. But yeah, so dude, last night freaked me the fuck out.
So what happened last night?
I was sleeping. I don't know what time it was. It was maybe 12 o'clock at night, and I hear. At first, it sounded like a cross between two things, and tell me this wouldn't freak you out. It sounded like a cross between someone pounding on a door, pounding like they're gonna go in and kill people, pounding,
really,
or falling down the stairs. It was like that. It was like boom, 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 boom. But it was so loud, and it was a unique sound. It wasn't like I couldn't tell that it was pounding on the door or that it was somebody falling down the stairs. I really thought it might have been somebody falling down the stairs, but I also thought it could be I go out there and I'm the next guy that gets murdered.
So you didn't check?
Well, I didn't hear anybody, because I can kind of hear through that door. I didn't hear anybody go, like that. I would have went out, yeah.
What if they were just knocked out?
There's a chance. I should have went out.
Lying on the floor. door.
Well, here's the thing,
Liam
man.
could have saved the day.
I could have saved the day. Well, you know what? Luckily, none of that happened, or else I would have seen him this morning.
Right.
But no, the thing is, man, is like, yeah, that kind of thing. Like, it's weird being in an apartment. When we owned our home, it was just a little different. You know, when that kind of stuff happens, you're a homeowner. You're really a part of you're more of a part of the community. And you know, like we used to have when I lived in my own home, we used to have the really good camera system in the neighborhood. So cops were always coming over to us saying, "Hey, somebody did something. Can we check your tapes?" So it was always a situation where we had to be the ones to help everybody else out. But being in an apartment, man, you just kind of want to keep your mouth shut sometimes.
Right.
Especially like a 3-story apartment, and you don't really know your neighbors.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I've had a lot of experiences living in different apartments. Definitely had some hauntings and stuff. So do you think that's what that was?
That could have been. It could. Well, that's the thing. I mean, it went right away. There was no other thing because I did think about going out. Trust me, that kind of stuff like pings me. There's a part of me that does go out and jump in the line to help people. So I did think to do it. But I kept listening for even like a tiny little moan. But I was also thinking, you know, if this is somebody who just is about to, you know, go and crack somebody over the head in their house,
yeah,
do I want to get in the middle of that?
Already got killed there.
Yeah, right, exactly. So somebody's already gotten killed in that place. But also, and this is the most important thing, and that big thing I've learned, it is easy to be brave and to go do that kind of stuff when you are you. When you are you and only you. The moment you have to take care of somebody, the moment somebody is dependent upon...
that one doesn't matter. Damn, why is this coffee so hot?
Because it spills.
Can't even enjoy it. You know, that's the thing, I guess, about Sturts, right? You can just go in there, get your coffee, go out, and drink it.
Oh, yeah, right away, yeah.
This stuff.
The only thing I like about Dunkin' Donuts as opposed to Sturts is that because it's so hot, like it takes you a while to drink a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So you're not like, because I can drink a Stewart's coffee in like, you know, a minute, you know, and be done with it and want another one.
I mean, I'm okay with like savoring the flavor, but yours isn't like burning the shit out of your mouth?
No, because I'm savoring the hell out of it.
I don't know, I can't even get one sip in there. These are all like
I'm savoring
sips.
I'm savoring the hell out of my coffee. I'm taking little baby sips.
There you go.
But okay, so yeah, like I was saying, man, like ever since I've had to take care of my mom, if something happens to me, she's done. She can cook her own meals kind of, but like there's so many things she really can't do. Sure. She doesn't know anything about the internet, she doesn't have a good handle on how to use the phone. So there's a lot of stuff, like I gotta be okay for her.
Yeah,
so I can't just go running into someone beating the crap out of someone else. If I'm in the hospital even for a day or two, what's she gonna do?
Oh, sure.
Because we really don't have a lot of family around here. We don't have any family around here now.
Oh, that kind of hurts.
Yeah, so
that hurts my feelings.
No, you know what I mean.
We're the Radio X family.
Biological blood family. Yes, we do have family. You're right, man.
Well, you got blood today, so there's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are family now.
Yeah, your blood
family. No, I mean I have family, and trust me, I've come to you guys a million times. So you know that, and you can come to me like that. You know that's true. But I mean, like, you know, my aunts and my uncles and stuff, they're just not, you know, they're not around. They're out of state and stuff like that. So in the middle of the night, if something happens to Mom, it's me. It's me.
Yeah.
There ain't no one else. So that's why I did not go out there to go check on whatever the hell that noise was. Now, again, man, if I had heard crying or a moan or a groan, yeah, I would have checked on it because I would have known someone was hurt. Or at the very least, I would have called 911 and said, hey, somebody's hurt in the stairwell. Please go get them or something, you know? Like, yeah. But, man, also I was tired of shit because that thing woke me up with my meds and stuff. So I wasn't even in any kind of shape to leave the living room.
Interesting. So there's still a mystery plot.
There is a mystery. I don't know what really happened, and I'm not that cool with my neighbors to know what really happened because it's not like we hang out and I say, oh, by the way, I heard a really weird sound. What the hell was that? I don't know.
Well, it was really weird. The apartment I lived at before I moved into the house I'm at now, for a while, I had such eerie feelings about this place, and I would visualize often that I thought someone hung themselves. Very often would see that, like, I don't know if it was a vision or intuition or whatever it was, but when we moved out, the family moved in immediately, and within a week of them moving there, the mom of this family hung herself in my daughter's old bedroom.
Oh, wow.
And it really,
So
really...
that's crazy. That kind of stuff is eerie.
Yeah,
That kind of stuff's pretty freaky, yeah.
And I'm thinking like the butterfly effect, like, you know, if you just do one little thing, it can change the course of everything else. And I told my wife, I said, we shouldn't maybe leave her room hot pink. Maybe we should paint it white, you know? So now I'm thinking like this person died looking at this hot pink paint that I wanted.
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm just like, wow, that's because it could have been true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe it would have changed the whole situation. You know?
Wow, dude, my dog haunted my dog haunted one of our houses when we lived in South Troy. My dog haunted that house because he died in the house, and I had a friend over. He was crashing over for like a month or so, and he was sleeping out in the living room. And then he would tell me, he was like, "Dude, I had this thing with these claws on the this really claw-heavy sound on the floor, and the thing went whoo, whoo." Like that, and I was like, dude, that's my dog. That is exactly, my dog would never let us trim his nails, so he had long nails.
Yep.
And he wouldn't like bark like a bark, he'd bark like a little woof. But he was, you know, I mean, he would do that before he bit your hand off. But I mean, so that was him. He was haunting the place.
That's cool.
So dogs do haunt, you know, dogs do haunt.
I've heard of cats that haunt. Remember they were moving out of an apartment, friends of mine, and the whole place is empty because it was the last day they were there. Like all the boxes around, they're just going back to kind of do the look over, make sure they got everything.
Yeah.
And they said their cat haunted the place, and all of a sudden a little ball just rolled across the floor, like this cat's toy that was missing forever. So
in that house in Troy, we had someone from one of the paranormal groups come in, because like I said, my mom used to see crazy stuff in that house. And oh yeah, here we go. This is a good one. I forgot about this one. All right, so I'm sleeping in the living room, right? I'm on a couch. I always sleep on a couch. It's my deal. So I'm sleeping on the couch in the living room.
This one is important. The other one wasn't.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. Yeah, sometimes you gotta stop at these stop signs.
Yeah, I just was talking, man.
Not all of the time. Just the important ones.
When I drive and I'm not talking, I stop at every one.
Just the important ones. Hold on, I'm trying to fix this. We should just go get you one of those older Family Dollar or something.
Yeah, we should do that.
They're like $12.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that, and that way we'll have this all set up. But no, so anyways, I'm sleeping in the living room. 3:30 in the morning. I wasn't normally waking up at 3:30 in the morning, but this time 3:30 in the morning, I wake up because I hear something. Now my TV and my VCR and all that stuff and the cable box was in a corner away, we'll say like 7-8 feet away from the couch. I had a little TV table, nothing, no drinks, I don't think. Even if I did, it wouldn't matter because it wasn't close enough there to get water over there. The whole TV and the whole cable box and everything was soaked. And there was no pipe above. Like the upstairs from there was another bedroom.
So we're talking like ectoplasm or something?
Something. Dude, I mean, it was so soaked that it soaked out everything, busted the TV.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it busted the TV. The cable box was fried. We had to replace all that stuff, and there's no way.
And you had no idea what
how. Like I said, the ceiling wasn't wet. I mean, it must have come from the ceiling. I would have never put a drink on there because why? I mean, I would have never been able to reach it. So there'd be no point in putting a drink on there.
Did you maybe have one of those dreams where you thought you were in the men's room? I mean,
Dude,
could it have been that?
No, man. You know, hey, let's entertain that possibility.
I mean,
But the TV was on a high table, and so like I would have had to aim really, really damn high. and I don't think I have that kind of good aim with a full bladder. I don't see that happening. Could it have happened? Sure, but I don't see it happening.
I'm just curious.
I think that something happened. They told me that there was a graveyard or kind of a cemetery-ish thing in that whole area, and next door they had dug up a grave. So that means in my land behind the house, in a small backyard, there could have been some graves.
Okay.
There could have been. So I mean, it was an 1890s house. All these old houses.
A lot of old houses here in upstate New York, but also, I mean, Albany is the city that's the oldest city in the whole state.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we've got some history, some
said
cool buildings, architecture, and ghosts.
They said the town of Albany. I didn't know there was a town of Albany.
Was it?
But I think they're calling it like the town of Albany, like the most continually, the most continually settled area. They'll call it a town. The town of Albany was founded in 1616.
1660.
Yep.
Wow.
City of Albany was incorporated in 1686.
Yes.
Yep.
We had to memorize that.
Oh, did you?
When you go to Albany schools growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow.
So yeah, but 1616 was when first people started settling, like in this area. And when I say first people, I mean first Europeans.
Yeah.
Like people had been settling in this area for 10,000 years,
right?
20,000 years. But
and the white man comes.
White man came in 1616, actually. So that was,
Oh yeah. So yeah. So anyway, what about the? 'Cause I brought up the paranormal thing. See the woman on the plane there that everybody's talking about?
No, man, but I've heard about it.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
So the catchphrase is, "That mother effer isn't real."
Yeah, right. So I've heard that, but I don't know the context.
So basically, she's, they're set, they're ready to take off for wherever they're heading to on the plane. And the guy that she's sitting next to, she sees something like stories like we hear about, like seeing like a reptilian or something like that.
Yeah.
Something spooked her to make her think the guy, the gentleman, the whatever sitting next to her wasn't real.
Was he a bird?
I don't know.
Because birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real, right?
Yeah.
No, it's just like
we'll endorse that statement. We will endorse that statement. Birds are not.
There are all these
real.
people on the plane. I want to see other people's videos.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see somebody pan back and filming the guy who supposedly wasn't real.
Yeah.
Because she looked scared. I didn't hear any slurring in her voice, like to indicate to me that she was drunk or anything. Could she have been tripping on mushrooms
She could have been
or something?
not so much microdosing, but major dosing.
Yeah, but why would you want to do that on a plane?
Hey man, a lot of things sound like a good idea at the time.
Yeah. I mean, it'd probably be cool to look out the window and everything's kind of like morphing.
Right. Dude, I would never take mushrooms again.
It's more or less the airport, I think, that would freak me out.
Oh yeah.
It's like you get off the plane, and especially if you got a layover, but you're tripping balls.
And then you got to go through. Then you got to go through the TSA, and you're tripping balls.
That's gotta really suck.
That's gotta suck.
And you're seeing stuff that isn't there,
Right.
So yeah, that's
crazy. That's I gotta go see that now. Yeah, definitely.
No, I did eat a bunch of weed, chocolate weed.
Did you?
Before we went on the plane, and this was one where you only wanted to eat like a little piece of it.
Oh, just
because it was 420 milligrams or whatever. But the thing was, my brother didn't realize it was in his pocket, so we had to destroy it real fast. But that was kind of fun. It was kind of a nice buzz to have on the plane.
Dude, I don't know why, man, but when I see like, I don't get this, but when I see like 420 mg, I keep thinking of like megagram.
Right?
Megagrams. 420 megagrams.
I mean,
that's 1,000,000 grams, right?
That sounds like fun. You ever tried the Rick Simpson oil?
Nah, man.
Yeah, I got some of that.
Dude, I think I am gonna stop smoking because all I do is I smoke one hit every 2 hours on a Sunday morning, and it's okay. I mean, I'm not saying it feels bad. It feels good, but it's kind of like, okay, I know myself. I know if I keep going down this road, I'm going to find some reason to smoke 2 days a week.
Right.
Then 3, then 4. Nah. I think at this point, like this Sunday, I'm not smoking anything.
Like, yeah, you could end up like being one of those kids that used to watch those after-school specials.
Yeah.
Found a joint in your dresser. We need to talk.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, just what I wanted to do originally, I wanted to smoke weed because when it was legal. Like, smoke some legal weed, because when I quit smoking weed, I was going to back alley tough guys and buying weed illegally and having to sneak around. I'm going to worry about the cops and all this stuff. So I figured this time I could go to a dispensary, buy some, you know, clean pot that I know is not ever going to be laced with anything. Like, it's not going to have fentanyl in it or any crap like that.
That makes no sense.
No, I mean, that really does make no sense. I don't know what the hell that's all about. So anyways, like, I figured I would just, you know, get that and then smoke and see what it was like. And I did, and I had a good time. And I actually was able to smoke so much that my brain shut down. So I actually did get stupid high at least once.
Nice, good for
So
you.
yeah, so I think I've done everything there is for me to do with marijuana. What I did realize is I am no more creative with it than without it. In fact, when I create stuff with marijuana, I have to go through it later and edit the hell out of it because it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So I mean, yes, I am creative on pot. I am creative not on pot. I'm just what I'm gonna do is on Sundays I'm gonna find some other way. I think on Sundays I'm gonna get some like good hot chocolate and just hook myself up with a big fat mug of hot chocolate.
There you go.
That would be a good thing to do on Sundays.
Sundays. Well, it's like going to church.
Yeah.
So I haven't had a drink, like a real alcoholic drink, and all right, I lost count of the days actually.
Nice. It's always good to lose count.
There you go. So it's been a couple of weeks or something. It feels like
really
that.
has.
Like 2 weeks. And that's a big deal for me. But I did embrace non-alcoholic 0.0 beer.
And I'm retracting my original, if you saw me on the last Perk.
You made valid points.
I made some valid points about non-alcoholic beer, but I will retract or at least change my mind in this case. Rob likes the taste of beer more importantly than the alcohol.
Yeah, so why should I deprive myself of the taste?
If he can get the taste of beer without wanting the alcoholic part, that's what works for you. So yeah, I'm on board.
The Guinness 0.0 is pretty damn good. Actually, I can drink that every day. The Heineken 0.0 is pretty damn good. Both not sponsors, not yet. Yeah, maybe I get a non-alcoholic beer as a sponsor.
I think we should get that actually.
And
because then you could be in non-alcoholic beer. They don't even have to pay us money; they just pay you beer.
the Budweiser 0.0 is not too bad. It tastes better than normal Budweiser because normal Budweiser is kind of crappy anyway. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, you know, and I still get a buzz from like smoking a joint.
Nice.
You know, it's all right.
Like I'm not like I was before, kind of like a straight edge, like, you know, don't do nothing ever. But I haven't had a little taste of weed for a little bit. I am not that way, but I'm just not gonna do anything because it doesn't do anything for me more than like I said, if I had a cup of steaming hot chocolate, like that would make my mood just as good as smoking weed.
Yeah.
So I might as well save the money and just get the hot chocolate. I can get that for like $1.
Right, yeah, definitely save the money, that's for sure.
I still
especially
have
if you're going to dispensary.
I still have a good amount of that weed left because I wasn't smoking much of it, so that might end up being donated.
Well, you know anybody.
Yeah, if I happen to know anybody.
No, I did try some of that. That was actually pretty decent weed. But yeah, just for this non-alcoholic beer thing, it does seem to be working out for me. And
Nice.
I think every bar should be required to carry at least one.
Now let me ask you this question. So you're drinking the non-alcoholic beer. It's been 2 weeks. You have not had actual alcohol in your system.
No.
Do you feel anything like good? Like, do you feel any different not having had alcohol in your system for 2 weeks?
I feel fine.
So you don't feel much different?
I'm still adjusting to these meds, and I think it has a lot to do with stuff because I wake up very groggy every morning.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean, I feel all right.
Huh. Good. I mean,
Thanks
that's awesome.
for asking. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I know I'm going to get a little tiny dip in my medications. In case you don't know at home, I make no secret about it. I have bipolar, so I have to take medications. I have to take a whole bunch of medications to go to sleep at night. And I do, and it's all well managed, and that's good. Thank you. But when I give blood, one little effect, a little tiny effect, is I get a bit of a dip in my medications because some of my medications get donated along with the blood. But also, because they're in my bloodstream, but also, don't worry because they filter all that stuff out when they take my blood and do what they do with it. So it's not like people are getting, psych meds in their blood. So don't worry about that. But the point is that a little bit of it leaves my blood and it tweaks my balance just a bit. So for a day or two, I may either be more energetic or less energetic. So I don't know. I'll have to say.
All right, we're taking bets.
We're taking bets.
We're
more
taking bets.
energetic or less energetic.
Yeah.
I'm in a good energy period now. I am in a good energy period. I'm getting a lot of work done in the morning. So yeah, everybody, I wake up at 3:30 in the morning just cause. I go to bed at like 5, 6. I go to bed super early. Wake up at 3:30, and I just start working. I get work done.
So you got a schedule that's different from anybody else's.
Oh yeah.
Mine was that way a couple of weeks ago, except I wasn't being so productive at night. I'm just like, hey, well, this is party time,
You weren't trying to have that schedule.
No, I wasn't trying to have that schedule.
Right.
4 in the morning, man, comes really quick.
Well, for me, it's cool because, when I take care of Mom, I want to be able to focus on her. And she doesn't get up till like 9:30. So I wake up at 3:30, go 3:30 to 9:30, do any bit of work, and even make up work for myself. Half the time, I don't want to sit there for 2 hours just screwing around with Facebook. So I will make up work for myself. So and I start projects and stuff like that. So I get a lot of work done in that period, and nobody's around. I don't hear anybody.
Except for the ghosts.
Except for the ghosts, it is so peaceful.
Well, I don't know. If I die, I'm definitely gonna haunt you. If you die first, definitely come haunt me. Please do. I think that would be just so much fun, right?
Hell yeah.
The people you love, I like scaring them now. I think it's really good for their heart. So,
right.
And definitely sneak up on my kids and stuff. That'd be fun. My wife, if she rebounds really quickly and
then she gets haunted.
Yeah, all of a sudden,
she gets haunted.
friggin' some really, really good looking dude, really clean cut, likes really crappy music. Totally the opposite of me. Shows up. Yeah, I'm haunting the hell out of him.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, did you ever hear of egg theory?
I don't know.
Egg theory is interesting. I don't know why it's called egg theory, but the whole theory is, I guess I kind of know why. All right, so the theory is that you live every life in creation, every living thing in creation. When you die, you just basically go live someone else's life. It doesn't have to be in the future. You could go live someone else's life in the past. And the whole point of existence and creation is that every conscious living thing has lived every other conscious living thing's life. So everybody is the same. I am you, you are I, we are all, we are whatever.
I have thought about this before.
And then basically once every living thing has lived as every other living thing throughout entire history, then a perfect being is born. Because that's when we are all a perfect being and we become born. That's the egg. So right now we're all in our egg. We're living different lives. And it also said the reason why some people are talented at certain things when they're born is because they're still remembering what they really worked hard for in the last life.
Well, that's like when somebody gets knocked upside their head and all of a sudden they have a talent or can speak a language or something that they didn't know before. So it's in there.
Hell yeah. I like that theory. I like egg theory. That's interesting.
Egg theory is interesting to me. I've kind of thought about this theory on my own, not knowing that it was already a theory, and I think it came from thinking about, I don't know, Jesus on the cross and kind of dying for all of our sins.
Right.
Because I guess, you know, we all lived through him, if that really happened, you know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah, right.
So, like, you know, I wasn't born yet, but, you know, I don't know, he saw me jerking off to some Playboy magazine I found in my grandfather's stash or something, and, you know, he died for that.
Right. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, like, there was alright, so I think it's
Is
called...
that a sin?
Probably, who cares? I think God's all forgiving, so there you go.
Ah, perfect.
No, Anne Rice wrote a book, Men Not the Devil, and she was like, she said something that started me thinking about something, where basically like the vampire Lestat goes back to see, you know, Jesus, and when he looks at Jesus, he sees God. Like, God is actually Jesus. Like, God is actually, like, when Jesus was here, it was God in human flesh. Like, very literally God, because he had been talking to God throughout history. So when he saw God, he recognized that it was God in there. And so, like, what I would think is like this: in order for God to forgive you for every possible thing, to have the all-encompassing forgiveness, he's got to go through the worst of human judgment. What's the worst of human judgment? To be freaking crucified, to die and then go to hell. So, like, that is the worst that a human.
Yeah, he had a layover.
He went to hell. He went to hell to free, I guess, to free the patriarchs, because there wasn't such a thing as heaven before that hell happened. And then when he created heaven, he brought like Moses and all them up to heaven. But the point is, like, he suffered a criminal's death. He suffered hell. I mean, he suffered everything that a human being could possibly suffer in the worst way. So, of course, he goes back up to God. He's like, God, look, you got to understand what these people are going through sometimes. And then God's like, okay, well, now I understand because you're my kid. Now I get it. So then that way, you know, anybody can be forgiven for some shit, because God knows what the worst of humans can do.
Wow, very interesting.
That's what I think.
You should be one of those books on tape, like Voices, and read the Bible to me. Will you do that in like your spare time? Record that?
Yeah, right.
That would be fun.
Spare time?
Yeah, in your spare time.
Oh, in all my spare time?
I'm just like it, you know? Like in Genesis, where it's like so-and-so begot so-and-so, and so-and-so begot. It just goes on.
Yeah.
But to hear that in your voice,
yeah.
I would like that. That'd be fun.
Okay, so God, in the beginning, there was...
Yeah. Don't even read it. Just do it by memory.
Yeah.
So some of it's going to be, you know, inaccurate.
In the beginning,
there was
not.
Lilith.
Yeah, right. In the beginning, there was an everything bagel, but it didn't have everything on it. It didn't have anything on it, because the bagel was void and without form. And then God moved across the waters of the bagel. And he said, "Let there be everything."
Let there be everything. That's deep.
Right?
That is deep.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know if there is a hell. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to start going to church when I'm like older. You know, like every day, just to say, "Hey God, sorry about that."
Well, if there's a hell and it's based on your everything bagel, you know.
Yeah, like if
theory.
that was what got you to hell, I mean, would you really ever want to be in heaven?
Well, the thing about it is, hell with an everything bagel is not having floss.
Yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah.
Every time you smile.
Right? Now, I think that, you know, a lot of what people think, oh, I'm going to hell for this, most of that is like, you know, whatever. No. I think you got to do some really devious shit to go to hell.
Yeah.
Like, I think you got to turn your back on everything that's good. Like, literally know you're turning your back on everything that's good, and then do it. And then keep doing it. Like, I think that if you don't want to go to hell, like, you probably won't go there if you have any kind of like little bit of hope of conscience or anything. And that's not because I think that, you know, humans or whatever. I think that's just because God's that good.
And that's why I want you reading me the Bible, man. I'm telling you. Imagine hearing that in Liam's own words, his own interpretation of the Bible. I like it.
Yeah, right.
So, well, Dunkin' Donuts, it did eventually cool down, and I got to drink some of it.
Oh, I'm already halfway on the bottom of this. See, that's the thing. When I take baby sips, for some reason that cools it down more.
Ah,
I don't know why.
you are a wealth of knowledge, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually true. I think it's true.
I believe everything that you said.
It feels true.
Feels good. Yeah.
Oh man.
So I guess that's it.
Well, that is our show for today. We hope we entertained you.
I mean,
Donations can be made to Radio X Experience Monthly.
yep, in blood.
In blood. For no particular reason, we're just going to spend your money probably foolishly.
We'll invest in peace.
We'll invest in bottle caps.
Yes. Peace tea.
Peace.